my name is Andrea and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time, hello. So it has been a while. Not so fun fact, I filmed the contents of this video about a month and a half ago. When I went to go edit it, the footage was super dark, and so the settings on the camera were not set properly. So here we are, a month later. New camera, new vibes, same content, same vibes of the video. So today's video, how to live in peace amongst the chaos. It has been an insane summer. For me, starting a new job, wedding planning, living life, trying to have a balanced work, social life, everything, all of it, all the things were happening, all the things are still happening. So I wanted to create this video because I love feeling peaceful even when things are hectic and just in our daily lives, work or school, relationships, platonic, romantic, all of that. And just making sure that we make the time to create peace, to create stillness. And so here are some tips I use and things that I remember to make sure that I am just in a more peaceful mode despite what is happening around me. The first thing that I do is to single task, not multitask. So having a particular task to get done, not two, one, and just focusing on that and being present for that execution. Whether it is focusing on one work task or one school task or just one task for the day, for the hour, just making sure that I pay attention to one thing, one single task. When you multitask, it's really easy for us to just kind of like our minds are in just different places, disarray sometimes. So single task, take that task slowly, be present, and just handle that one thing. And once you handle that thing, you can move on to the next one. Sometimes, you know, a lot of us can thrive, we can multitask and it's fine. But I think a lot of the time, I notice personally when I multitask, I'm exhausted because I'm handling so many different things. There are pieces of my brain in different areas. So yeah, making sure that you stay on task for one particular thing. That creates more of a slow, still, and peaceful mindset for yourself because you are focused on one thing, and that's it. The second thing that I do is to turn off my phone. Now you can put your phone on silent or turn it off, whatever works for you. I think that taking a step back from our phones, you know, computers, technology in general, social media, is helpful. And if you've seen some of my other videos, you know how I feel about social media. Take breaks when you need to. There is so much to read. There's so much to Google. There's so much to look up, and there's so much knowledge out there, which is great. But at the same time, it can be a complete mental overload. So while it's good to stay abreast, it's also really helpful to take a step back. Whether that's from Instagram, from Twitter, from Tumblr, if the girlies still use that, from TikTok, just take a break. There's so many things to do outside of social media that will help you, again, to stay present and to just create that peace of mind and that stillness. Take a break from your phone, see what happens, see how you feel, and just give yourself that mental break. The third thing that I absolutely live by on most days is creating times in between the things that I have to do. So for instance, with work, it feels better for me that after I have my work situations, I have a few minutes to kind of decompress and to just be still within the room, within my mind. Sometimes, you know, I'll have these thoughts and my mind is still going, the wheels are still turning. But when I allow myself to just have some time where I'm not doing anything, where I'm just like, I'm chilling, it's so helpful for my brain. Because whether we realize it or not, we're going 1,000 miles per hour sometimes. And so it's really important for us to be intentional about taking breaks and just having time in between the things that we have to do. So make sure that you create some space for yourself where you're not doing anything. Give yourself some time outside of your obligations and just settle into that peacefulness that you'll feel, just giving yourself a break. As we say, Self-care is the best care. And if we're not taking care of ourselves and giving ourselves a mental break, we're going to overwhelm ourselves. It's okay to just be. It's okay not to always have to be productive. It's not realistic. And also, hyper productivity is usually a trauma response. So assess that if you tend to push yourself to always be productive, and just take a step back and ask yourself questions like, why? Why do I do this? Trying to schedule things back to back is a recipe for stress. Now, if you find that you have a schedule where it is just super compact and you kind of have no choice but to have back-to-back tasks or appointments, that's okay. But I challenge you as you move forward with that schedule in the future to make sure that you do set aside some time for yourself where you are literally not doing anything. No obligation, no nothing. The next one is create some time for solitude. Now, you guys know at this point that I love some solitude time. I love some alone time. It's helpful for me to just recharge, rejuvenate, and just recalibrate a lot of stuff, a lot of different things. I am a pretty social person, but I am an introvert to the core. And so I'd like to think that I'm actually kind of like an ambivert, but mostly an introvert. And so while I love people, hi guys. So in order for me to, again, recharge, rejuvenate, and just replenish my soul and myself and my social battery, solitude is necessary. So create some time for yourself. Even if you find that you are an extrovert, it's really helpful. I want to challenge you to make time for yourself. It doesn't have to be for too long, but I guarantee that you find out a lot about yourself when you're alone. You do. And I think the more you do it, the more peace and the more fulfillment you will have. Okay, and last but not least, creativity. Being creative is really helpful for the psyche, for your mental state. There's so many different elements to creativity. A lot of people have this notion that creative people write, creative people paint, creative people dance. There's so many types of creativity. And so while those three things are definitely on the creative spectrum for sure, they're the most popular examples of creativity, any type of self-expression. There is interior design, there is sewing, there is knitting, there is sculpting. Just there are so many things that could be deemed creative, and so it's really just your perception on creativity. But being creative allows you to kind of put yourself in this curated bubble and doing something that sparks your creative side. And if you feel like you don't know what exactly that is just yet, that's also fine. I think it's great to explore, see what you like to do, see what kind of sticks out to you, and just let your creative juices flow. So many different things. Creating YouTube videos, like whatever creative outlet you have, immerse yourself in that, because that brings a lot of clarity and peace and exploration, things that really allow you to stay present and to just enjoy life. These creative outlets are everything. Okay guys, so thanks for listening. If you have any thoughts on just how you create your peace, down below. I'm curious how you all create your peace amongst just this chaotic world. How do you create stability for yourself? How do you recharge? How do you do it? Let me know below. And I'm really excited because I'm feeling rejuvenated, and although I've been sick the past couple days, it's been rough. I am kind of climbing out of that sickness, and it's not I took a test a few days ago, so no. Plus I'm vaccinated, so that's a little bit of a relief, but y'all know that vaccinated people can still, never mind. Anyway, I urge you to put yourself first.